On January 18th, 5 days after that unprecedented meeting, the palace released a statement which outlined Harry and Meghan's new arrangement. So, Erin, what did the statement say exactly? What didn't it say? And how is it defined what stepping back means for Harry and Meghan?
We got a lot of information from this statement, and what really stood out for the Queen to deliver the statement in such a personal manner, using terms like my grandson and the family supports them. It was a very loving tenderness coming from the monarch that is really kind of letting two really important senior members go. What we learned from this is that they are no longer going to be able to use their HRH titles, which is His and Her Royal Highness, that they are no longer going to be accepting sovereign grant, which is taxpayer-funded money, which is something that they wanted.
They'll be making their own money now.
Correct. Harry lost several of his military appointments. They have also agreed to pay back the $3 million that went towards renovations for Frogmore Cottage, which was paid for by the taxpayers, and that they are just going to spend more time in North America and during this period of transition. And then we learned from sources that this is going to be kind of all revisited in a year. So a lot of information.
A lot of information. Now, you mentioned losing their HRH titles. How significant is this, or maybe not? Is Meghan still going to be a duchess? Do I still curtsy when I meet her?
You know, all the protocol is still in place. They aren't going to be able to use the HRH status, but they weren't stripped of it. They still have it. They just can't use it in any official capacity when they step out and do new partnerships or any new charity visits or things like that. They won't have it there. You know, like what we sometimes see on tables, HRH and things in front of them. So we won't see that, but they still are considered it. They still have Duke and Duchess of Sussex titles, so they still are considered the Duke and Duchess. The one thing that we don't have full clarity on is the use of Sussex Royal, which is what they use for their foundation, for their Instagram page. I think a lot of that is still being figured out in what capacity they can use that.
Interesting.
So still some more details coming out.
And Prince Harry, of course, will always be a prince.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, you mentioned a People source has revealed that this new arrangement will be revisited and reviewed in about a year's time. So is it fair to say this is really a work in progress?
A little bit, and I think this can also be viewed as a little bit of a probation period. I mean, this is also new.
Let's see if it works.
Right. Let's see what happens. Let's see what they do with it, and if it's still in line with something the Queen would approve of, that would be on behalf of the Crown. You know, there may not be senior working members anymore, but there will always be members of the royal family. So is this in line with, you know, a lot of the traditions and things that the Queen would like to uphold?